Hey guys, Steve Simpson here with Central Florida Property Management. Hope everyone's doing well. I wanted to chat real quick today about a question that we get asked a lot by people looking to invest in Orlando, which is, what are the most desirable neighborhoods that tenants want to live in? Spoiler alert, I don't think there are most desirable neighborhoods, but I don't think that's something that most investors should really focus on. I know it's kind of a weird way of starting that, but I'll get into the reasons. Okay, so for most people, myself included, the point of making investment property is to basically make money, right? Both through passive income and appreciation. So I can see why people would ask, okay, well, where's the most desirable neighborhood? Because that will be the easiest to find tenants, minimize my expenses, yada, 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 all that sort of stuff. So to answer the question though, you're kind of wanting to wonder, I guess the presumption is you want some place where it's easy to find tenants. But what you're not taking into account by looking at just quote unquote the nice, the desirable neighborhood is that the amount of rent you're asking for the property relative to where it is has a huge impact on how desirable it is, right? If you had just, using easy, very extreme examples, if you had a property in the worst part of town, but you legitimately wanted to rent it for $1 a month, it would be very easy to rent that property. Everyone can afford it, everyone will want it, it's very cheap. Very, very easy to find tenants. On the flip side, if you had the best property in the most desirable place in town, but you wanted $1 million a month for it, probably not gonna get a lot of people taking it, right? The point of that example is to say that if the rental price is aligned with what the market in that neighborhood desires or is willing to pay, every property is easy to rent, right? So while there might be neighborhoods that most people or a lot of people would want to live in, all other things being equal, obviously price is a huge consideration for the vast majority of people renting properties. So given that, what you should be looking at is, okay, if I'm paying X for the property, I need to rent it for Y to make the numbers work in my situation. If I'm trying to get Y, how quickly can I rent the property, if at all, at that price rate, right? So we'll have people kind of look at it a different way. Well, people call us sometimes that own a property already and their mortgage is, call it $2,000 a month for easy math. And they'll be like, okay, well, I did some research and to cover my costs and everything, I need to make $2,500 a month rent is the minimum I can take for this property. I'm like, all right, well, the market, it looks like looking at data that the most you can get for the property is $2,250. So we can have it on the market for $2,500, but it's probably going to sit for a very, very long time. And if you run the math there, you're actually going to lose money because vacancy loss is a big part of it. The point being is that the rental amount for the property has a bigger role in how easily the property will get filled and how in demand the property is than the location. A good location, overpriced property is gonna be less desirable than bad location, underpriced property. That's just the way it is because the pricing is all relative. So hopefully that makes sense. I kind of went a lot of different ways with that one, but generally speaking, I just think it's a not smart idea to focus on neighborhood desirability and more so focus on the specific property. How desirable is that going to be at the rental rate that I need to rent it for to make my math work? Or you can look at that a variety of different ways in terms of, okay, start with the end in mind in terms of, okay, this will rent quickly at this price, so what do I have to pay for it to make the numbers work on the back end? That makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below or give us a call. Love to talk shop. And yeah, hope you guys are all doing great. Thanks.